When they announced that they were remaking Resident Evil 2, I was both nervous and excited. I was excited because Resident Evil is one of my favourite franchises. I used to love Resident Evil 1 and 2, and Dino Crisis. Don't forget Dino Crisis. I enjoyed those so much on the original PlayStation 1, so much so in fact that I still own my original copy of Resident Evil 1 and 2. Some of the very few games that I actually still own my original copies. And so when I heard that they were remaking it, I was a bit apprehensive, and one of the reasons I've been kind of apprehensive about it is because modern Resident Evil has been a hit or miss for me. So Resident Evil 4, a lot of people really enjoyed it. I thought it was okay. I don't think it was a bad game by any stretch. 5, a lot of people didn't like. Now, I thought 5 was okay. 6, however, came out, and 6 was awful. I think most people will agree that Resident Evil 6 was just really not good. They tried far too hard to revolutionize and modernize, and in some ways they tried to make Resident Evil 6 like an action movie, and it just didn't work. I didn't enjoy it. It didn't feel threatening. It didn't feel very Resident Evil. So I really didn't like it, and I thought that was the end of Resident Evil. I thought they'd ruined it, if you will. And Resident Evil 7 came out and kind of saved the franchise, in my honest opinion. Resident Evil 7 was a really good game. I really enjoyed 7 quite a bit. But the thing with 7 was very different from the rest of Resident Evil. 7 obviously took influences from games like Outlast and Amnesia and more traditional horror-style games. These cat and mouse hiding in cupboard kind of games. You know, it took influences from that. It still had the survival horror. You know, you still had your limited inventory space. You still had your wacky, crazy keys and lock mechanisms. You still had your green herbs and all that stuff. It felt Resident Evil in a lot of ways, but it also felt very different. But regardless, I liked it a lot. So I was kind of on the fence about Resident Evil 2. I was like, it could be great, and I hope it is, but it also could be awful. It could be like Resident Evil 6. And so they came out with a demo. They're calling it a one-shot demo. What that means is you get half an hour to play it. And once that half an hour is up, you're done. You cannot play anymore. Well, that is unless you go onto a different console or make a new account on Steam or something like that. But generally speaking, for most people, you get 30 minutes, and that is what you get. Now, the demo does have a definitive end. You can end it, so you can end it early. You can't get any further on in the game, so even if you speed run what the demo is, you can't get further on in the game. It's not like you get full access to the game and you get to see how far you go. You do have a limited thing. There's a cutscene that ends it, and that's it. But you get 30 minutes. I completed the demo in around 25. I kind of took my time, although you get achievements if you're playing on Steam anyway, that tells every 5 minutes you get an achievement, which kind of encouraged me to hurry up, which was a shame, really, because I was actually having a lot of fun with the demo. My impressions of the demo so far have been very, very positive. It looks great. It looks very similar. Everything's very similar to Resident Evil 2, the original. Like the locations, even though you're on a very different camera angle, the original games you were almost looking from the top down, almost. That it was fixed camera angles with your character that moved. Now it's fully 3D. But the environments, they are instantly recognizable and they are iconic, yet they are modernized. They look fantastic. They look like 2019 graphics, even though the game was made in 2018, but whatever. You know, there's modern graphics. It looks fantastic. Controls well. Controls fluidly. Everything makes sense. I had a couple of little minor UI criticisms, but that's nothing major. But the game was fun. This was the main thing for me. The demo was fun. I really, really enjoyed the 25 minutes that I played, so much so that I cannot wait to purchase the game. And this is what a good demo will do. A good demo will make you enjoy it so much that you want to buy the rest of the game. So in that regards, the demo works fantastically. By the way, if you want to get the demo, it is available on Steam, and I believe it is available on the major consoles. I don't think it's available on the Switch, but it is available on the Xbox and PlayStation. It's available on Steam. Just bearing in mind, you do get one shot. Now, I planned on recording my first impression, my first playthrough of this demo, well, my only playthrough of this demo, and showing you guys that, showing you my first impression, because you can't lie on a first impression. You can't lie when it's live. But instead of clicking start recording, I clicked start streaming, which meant a few people got to see me play it with no mic and no cam. So if you're one of those people, congrats, you missed all of my witty humor that I made. I made a lot of jokes. never mind, you live and learn. But anyway, I really enjoyed it. It's made me very excited for the release. Now, I had already planned on buying it on release day and streaming it. So my plan was to stream it, give my critical first impressions, you know, be honest about the game, give you an idea of whether it's worth buying or not. And I'm still going to do that. I'm still going to be streaming this game on release day. So if you want to, you know, actually see the game in depth and get an idea of whether it's worth buying, get my opinions as a veteran of the Resident Evil franchise. If you want that, then you're more than welcome to come join me. I will leave a link down below to my Twitch channel, and we'll be doing that on release day, January the 25th. I believe it's a Friday, and we'll be streaming that as soon as I have it and it's installed and all of that lot. So I'm going to wrap up the video. Thank you very much. I know it's been a little while. I haven't uploaded a video for a few weeks. Christmas and New Year hit me really, really hard. I do apologize. I had a lot of plans for videos that just never made it. Next year, I'm going to be starting my Christmas content much earlier. I'm going to be starting in November. That's another lesson learned. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed the background footage. Again, sorry you couldn't see my first impressions. That was on me. That was my bad. But if you want to see my true first impressions, I'll see you all on January 25th over on Twitch. Bye! It's funny because he's fat and it's a vending machine. Ha 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 ha.